Thank you so much for joining us for another product walkthrough webinar. I am Lindsay, and today I am joined by the team over at TexAu. This is a growth automation platform designed to help you generate more leads and scale your business faster. It is available on AppSumo right now, starting at $79 for a lifetime deal. But before we dive in, I just want to tell you all a few quick things. First is if you want to tell us a little bit about your use case or just say hi to us, you can go ahead and do that in the chat room. But if you have any questions about the tool, the deal, how to get set up, go ahead and drop those questions in the Q&A box down below this video, and we'll circle back to them at the end of the walkthrough. And the last thing is that there will be a replay of this available either later today or sometime tomorrow. So keep your eye on the deal page for that. All right, that is enough of me. Hey, Vicky, how are you doing?
Hi, I'm doing great. Yeah, so glad to join this webinar.
Yeah, it's great to have you
Hey
back.
guys, I hope everyone can hear me. And hi to everyone here. Um, yeah, so we'll talk about all the things we have at TexAu, and then we'll take some questions. And maybe I'll just talk about like what things are coming, what we have, and uh, we'll just do the questions. And I think it's going to be a really good webinar.
Yes, it will. All right. Let me know when you're ready for those questions. In the meantime, have fun with the walkthrough.
Sure. So to start, I'll share my screen, and we'll go through all the things which we have, and then we'll at the end of the session we'll take questions. So right now I'm going to start with the demo of what we have. So as most of the people here know, TexAu, which is basically a growth automation tool, we automate different activities on different social media platforms, and then get data, extract data, generate leads, automate manual activities, right? So this is what all we do, right? And I think like a lot of people will be aware that we had a deal previously, and from the last 1 year, a lot of things have changed. We rolled out a lot of new automations, tons of new features, a lot of improvements on the platform. So today I'll be covering all the things that we have, what is coming next, and then we'll take some questions. So let's start. The screen that you are seeing here is spices. So what is spices? Spices are basically a single automation that will do some activity on any social media platform or any website. For example, let's say you want to scrape some products from product hunt, or maybe you want to extract some listings from product hunt, right? Or maybe you want to send search some profiles from LinkedIn, send a Facebook connection friend request on Facebook, send invitations on LinkedIn, right? So all these small activities are single automations, and we call them spices, right? So right now whatever you are seeing on our screen, these are all the automations we have. And in the last 1 year, we added more than 80 automations for 5 to 6 new websites. And in total, right now on our platform, we have 180 automations related to different activities on 10 plus platforms, which includes Facebook, a lot of website based automations, Instagram, LinkedIn, Quora, Slack, Product Hunt, Google, YouTube, Reddit, Medium, right? So I think like just think of like any social media platform, we have an automation for that. So let's go ahead and click on LinkedIn and see what all we have got. I think like on LinkedIn we have over 40 plus automations for every single activity. For example, like if you want to like a post, if you want to extract people who have commented on the post, if you want to send a LinkedIn connection request, if you want to send them a message, extract the message from LinkedIn, sales navigator account based automations, company based automations. If you want to take a screenshot of a profile, we have an automation for that. So just say LinkedIn, can you do this? Okay, so yeah, Texo has an automation for that. So for LinkedIn, like we are very focused on LinkedIn. We have tons of automations for LinkedIn. Same goes for Instagram. You want to take a screenshot, send a message, like a post, watch some stories, extract stories, right? Collect followers, followings. We have an automation for that, right? So basically, if you want to see any automation, just click on this button for any platform, and you will see the list of automations for that specific platform. right? We will come back to this topic and run one or two automations at the end of this demo session. So these are like spices. Now move to so these are like basically single workflows, right, where you automate single activity. But there is something more to this, which is like, can we automate step by step processes on the social media platforms using a tool? So the answer is yes. And we have something called TexAu recipes, which is the most powerful, very advanced custom workflow builder for social media platforms. Okay, and you can basically automate every single action. Something is happening on Facebook, you want to do something on LinkedIn. If that happens, maybe someone likes a link Facebook post, you want to send a connection request on LinkedIn. Just think of like what processes you can do by combining this cross platform automations. This is what is possible with TexAu recipes, right? With TexAu recipes, you can combine one step to another and build powerful workflows. Right now, the example that we are seeing here you can see we have Google Maps extractor, which extract listings from Google search. Like just go ahead and type like marketing agencies in LA, right? When you type that, it will give you some listings, and then you come back to TexAu, drop the link here, and it will extract all the listings. Next thing that you want to do, you will get emails, phone numbers, opening hours, name, description, every single thing, right? And you also get a domain. And do you want to get emails? If yes, then what will be the next step? What we can do, we can go to the website and try to get the emails from there. So next step is extract emails from website. So we extracted the listings, we will get the emails, and the last step is sending all of this data to Google Sheet, right? So this is the last step. So basically, if you just think of the whole process, we will extract the listings, find the email, collect all this data, and dump it in a Google Sheet. From there, your sales team or someone from your lead nurture team or someone from your team will take care of this part and start doing cold outreach or cold calling, since you get the phone numbers as well, right? Now the question is, if we don't have this tool, if we don't have this workflow, how long will it take for you to do this process manually? Depending on like how big your list is, how many cities or how many places you want to target, maybe like marketing agencies in LA, Boston, New York, Berlin, whatever places, right? If you just prepare that list and give it to a VA, he will spend maybe like 1 week in preparing that whole list, trying to find email, trying to get the phone numbers, copy pasting all things here and there, right? But with TexAu, this all will be possible in just 1 hour or even less than that. I mean, like 20-30 minutes, and you will have the data ready. So this is what TexAu is possible. Like TexAu can give for you. TexAu can do for you, and we call this feature TexAu recipes. So you have some spices, you mix it well and prepare recipes, right? So we have a lot of recipes pre-made that you can do. Obviously, like this is recipes basically is all based on your imagination. Whatever like you want to build, you can connect the dots, connect the automations, and build the workflow, right? But since like a lot of people have asked us like, can you build some common recipes that people can use? So we have this public recipe page where you can find all the most common recipes that people are using. Let me show you one simple one, which is growth Instagram followers. What it will do. So you have some list of Instagram profiles. You want to auto follow those profiles, wait for some time, and then see if there is some engagement happening. If engagement is happening, you will keep that person as a followed, and then at the end, if that person is not following us back with, even if we are engaging with his or her content, then we will simply unfollow that person, right? So these are like Instagram follow and unfollow strategy that a lot of agencies and companies use, right, to grow their Instagram account. Let's see how you can automate that whole process on TexAu. So to start with, we will get a set of follower profiles that we will first auto follow, right? So we will go ahead, auto follow some profiles. We will wait for like 1 or 2 days and see if there is like anything happening, that is that person coming back to us and following us back. If not, we will go ahead and like some recent post. Okay, I liked 1 or 2 posts of that person, right? Let's wait for 1 or 2 days more and see that that person is like following us or not. Okay, 2 days passed, but that person is not right? So this is like an Instagram followers which will take like days for you to like do this process. And this is like a Instagram prospector. What it does, hello.
Hey, it's looking like we lost the share screen. You froze for a little bit there. Can you
Oh,
go
sorry
back
about that.
about 1 minute? And that's about
Okay.
right.
Yeah, so I was saying that like just think of this process, and it will take like days for you to like do this, and every day you will have to spend 1 or 2 hours in doing this work, right? But with TexAu, this whole thing will be on autopilot. Just set up once and then forget about it. It will keep running and do the work for you, right? It will grow the Instagram followers, grow your huge followings, and unfollow the people who are not following you back, right? Same way we can do a lot of LinkedIn drip campaigns, extract members from Slack communities, send them any connection request. Same like Instagram, we have Twitter for growth as well. You can do the same for Twitter. You can send a drip campaign to LinkedIn connections. So we have this all the workflows, like ready to use workflows. We have a lot of integrations as well. So yeah, about integrations, let me just show you that quickly. So we have over 20 plus integrations. We have webhooks as well. If you see the integrations, we have Lamblist, we have Reply.io, Moosend, Platformly, Automizy, ActiveCampaign, HubSpot, webhooks, which is very important. A lot of email checkers as well, right? And then we have NextSweep, Pipedrive, Google Sheet, right? So a lot of integrations as well. And this year we have planned to release 50 plus integrations down the line. So you will see tons of like new integrations coming in on TexAu. Lastly, just one more feature, which is TexAu Prospector. What it does, let's say you have a goal that you want to maybe generate, you want to onboard 5 clients every week, or maybe like 5 new clients every month. If your ticket is like you have very high ticket, so what you will do, prepare a list of companies you want to target, maybe like 100 or 200, and then you want to find co-founders or sales managers or marketing managers at these companies. I mean, like your ideal prospect, right? And the problem that we face is we spend a lot of time in finding the emails, finding the LinkedIn profile of this person who is working at this company, right? And it takes tons of time. So best idea will be that you we prepare the list of companies and then use prospector. What it does, it takes the company name and job titles of the people you are trying to find. Let's say I'll have 100 companies and I'll mention that okay, I want to find CTOs, CEOs and co-founders, right? So you'll mention the job roles here and drop your CSV file with all the company names. Click get emails at the end, and then you'll start getting automation results which will include profile URL, input company, first name of the employee, last name of the employee, email address, job of the employee, location, domain, every single thing, right? And this whole thing takes 5 to 10 minutes for 5 to 6 companies, right? So if you have 100 companies in 1 or 2 hours, you will have your list ready, and all the emails that we show is going to be like 100% verified. So you can just take those data, go back to your cold email campaign or cold email tool, drop it there, start the campaign, right, and start crushing your goals. So TexAu Prospector will allow you to find the right person with emails at these companies at scale, right? Without worrying about like how you are going to deal with all, like how you will be finding the email and all that. So you don't need a VA for doing all this process. Just use TexAu and get all the data. So yeah, apart from that, we have this results page where you can see like results of different automations, and you can download that. You can generate a public URL that you can share with your colleagues or VAs to further processing. You can run another automation from this page, right? So we have this results page where you can see like the nice tablet like table data with logs. You can check recipes here, right? So these are like the results page. Then we have some tutorials page here there where we are adding videos on how to do different things. Lastly, developer part. Yeah, so we have developer APIs. Using that, you can build custom integrations, custom automations, integrate the whole TexAu platform in your system. use TexAu platform as a like white label solution and sell it to your clients, right? So we have a lot of companies who use our APIs embedded in their system. So let's say like you have a Salesforce and you add like first name, last name, and domain, and then just click on a button that enrich this data, and it will help hit the TexAu APIs, grab the whole data, and update the fields. Same goes for HubSpot, same goes for Salesforce, right? So you can build a lot of custom integrations as well in the tools that you use, right? One last thing, which is LinkedIn drip campaigns, which is not here at this moment. We are launching LinkedIn drip campaigns at the end of this month. What it will do, it will take the list of profiles that you want to connect or send message. You can write the message, then series of follow-ups, and you can personalize the follow-ups with images, with personalized company names, with some data from a custom Google sheet, right? So you can update all of that, and send follow-ups, right? And limited campaigns will work like, as long as someone is not replying to your messages, the messages will be sent. As soon as someone replies to your message or connection request, then the follow-ups will not be sent. And you will have full detailed reporting, scheduling, and all those things in LinkedIn campaign, Drip campaign, which is launching at the end of this month. So this was all about like the overall TexAu features, what we have and what is coming. In the last 1 year, we have almost every week we have sent one email to our LTD community, all the LTD members. If you want to get a feedback, like ask like our previous people, like all the customers who we have, we were so active with all the engagement and with all the updates, improvements, that someone says like, hey, just send me like one email every month. It's totally fine. I know that like you are doing a lot of changes, a lot of updates, but one email is also fine, right? So we continuously release updates, we continuously push content, new features, new fixes, new automations every single week. And as soon as you get on board, you will start seeing our progress that we will make this whole year. So I'll be happy to start taking the questions and then do some like automations down the line.
Absolutely. All right, Stimulings, if you have any questions, drop them in the Q&A box now. We do have a few here. I am a designer and I need leads. So how can I find people who are looking for graphic design services?
Yeah, so that is a very good question. Next week or by the end of this month, we have Upwork automation which is coming. So I think like since you need graphic designers or people who are looking for graphic designs, uh, one thing that you can do, you can extract jobs from LinkedIn. We have two automations which is coming, which is AngelList and Upwork, which is by the end of this month, it should be live. So I think you can use those two automations to find a lot of people who are looking for that kind of work and contact them, right? So I think like Upwork and AngelList will help you a lot. And those two automations are coming by the end of this month.
Awesome. What is the advantage of your API?
Yeah, so as I mentioned that APIs will allow you to build custom integrations. For example, let's say you have a lot of clients and you have a custom dashboard, right? If you have a custom dashboard, you may want to not use TexAu, always like come back to TexAu, do some automations, get the data and download and do all that work. You can integrate our APIs right in your platform, right in your system, and then just click on the button. It will hit TexAu API, get the data, update all the fields. So you can build custom integrations, custom automations, white label solution. You can make the whole TexAu as like on your own brand and sell it to your customers.
Awesome. All right, we got a couple. Can you show this example? So what is the concept of parallel execution? Please explain with example.
Yeah, so that's a good question. So parallel execution, which means it means that how many automations you can run at a time. Okay, let's say like at a time you can run two automations, which is like if you purchase one code, you can run at a time two automations. So that is what we call as a parallel execution, which is like at a time how many automations you can run. Right? Let's say that you have one automation for LinkedIn running, and then if you have one code, you can run one more automation for maybe like Facebook or Instagram, right? And if you have like two codes, you can run one automation for LinkedIn, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter at the same time, right? Same goes for recipes. If you have one code, you can run two recipes or one spices, one recipe at a time, right? So it's like you how many automations you can run at a time. That is what we call as a parallel execution. And then next concept was what is the concept of email enrichment?
Mhm.
Yeah, that's a good question again. So email enrichment is basically a feature which will allow you to find and verify emails. So we take one credit whenever you use email enrichment to find or verify the emails. So with every code, we give you like 10 email credits to use for a day. So you will be able to find one email or like 10 emails or verify 10 emails using one code, right? If you need more codes, you can take our plan, which is like for $10 you get 500 emails, and it's like a pay per use basis. So you can always, like, if you need more emails, just go ahead, just pay $10, get 500 emails, or maybe like pay 100, get 5,000 emails, right? So you can use the email enrichment just like that.
What workflows do we have for LinkedIn besides connection request follow-ups?
Yeah, so for LinkedIn, we have LinkedIn engagement post where like you can drop a post link. We will extract all the likers, all the commenters, and then send them a message, send them a connection request. So that is for like engaging, like people who engaged with the content, right? Then we have an automation for LinkedIn groups. Uh, then finding profiles from LinkedIn search, then finding the email, not going through like sending connection request or follow up route. Just get the profiles, get the emails, and pass that to your tool or your cold email tool, right? So I think like we have a lot of workflows for engagement, pushing, like liking post, commenting on a post, sending, like taking a screenshot of LinkedIn profiles, extracting profiles from search, finding emails. So even apart from LinkedIn connection request and follow up, we have a lot of automations for LinkedIn.
Awesome. All right. So I don't want to go ahead and list like every integration. Can you tell us a little bit more about integrations? What you got and what's coming?
Yeah, so I think like I'll just share my screen quickly. One more thing, just wanted to show you um, on integrations. Let me just open a new tab. We have created a dedicated page for our all the LTD members, and I'm sure I would highly recommend that everyone should go and take a look at this page. There are a lot of questions that we have already prepared all the answers for you. So go ahead and just check all the, like, even with a lot of complex questions that we have already answered. Right now about the integrations, if you click here, then you'll be able to see what we have completed and what is coming next. So you can see we have Webhook, Google Sheet, Zapier, Integromat, Hyperize, NextWeave, Langlist, Icaro.io, over like 20 plus integrations that we have done in the last 6 to 8 months. And now we have Airtable coming in, WooCommerce, Chat, Zoho, Daskera, Salesforce, Botstar, WhatsApp, right? And one more thing, these are like all the upcoming integrations. If you want to request some integrations, what you can do, go to feedback.texau.app. There is again a very specific site only for to collect feedbacks, and you can drop the ideas here. Just drop your ideas. People who are seeing the ideas, they will give them votes, and based on votes that we get, we will prioritize the task and do that integration. So we have everything very planned. So go ahead and read the TexAu Ltd resources, check all the questions, come back to feedback.texau.app, add your ideas there, let all the community members upvote, and we will prioritize and release that integration, right?
Awesome. Wonderful. Thank you. All right, back to email enrichments. What does the daily email enrichments limit mean?
Yeah, so daily enrichment limit, like one code 10 email enrichment, two codes 20, 10, 100, 20 codes 200. So just 10x the number of codes you have purchased. uh, that is the limit for daily enrichment.
Awesome. How do I buy 12 codes? Rebel.
Hi, Vaibhav. Yeah, so you want to buy 12 codes. I think AppSumo has some limit on, they can only like show 10 codes, which is like not a big deal. You can purchase 10 codes and later come back to AppSumo again and just purchase two codes. And you can redeem all of them like together or like just one by one on TexAu. So just purchase 10 at once and then to take two more.
All right. And then once y'all leave us, what are the upgrade paths if we outgrow our lifetime deal? Would we just sign up for a regular plan?
Yeah, so hi Ian. Yeah, that's a good question. We have a lot of people who moved from lifetime deal to our monthly plan. You can move to monthly plan, but the best part is that what we do, we combine your lifetime deal with your monthly plan. Let's say you have 6 code, that is like 120 minutes every day, and you take our lowest tier plan. So whatever is time is there in your monthly plan, we combine that with your lifetime deal plan. So you will enjoy the full benefits of all the money that you are paying us. So we will combine your both plans together, and then you can make use of that.
Awesome.
Okay.
Can I search LinkedIn posts? Does the system need to log into my account?
Yes, yeah. So Eric, regarding your question, you can definitely extract all the posts from LinkedIn. We have LinkedIn post extractor as an automation, so you can use that. Just copy the URL from LinkedIn, come back to TexAu, drop the link, and extract. You mentioned does the system need to log in? Yes. As this is your search URL, we will take the cookie, the LinkedIn cookie from the browser, and then use your account to run the automation. It's very safe. Don't worry about that. We have lot of customers who are already using it, so it's very safe platform.
Cool. Are these emails verified? And if so, which tools are used to verify them?
Yeah, so we have all the emails will be 100% verified. You will not find any email which is like not deliverable. We will only like show you emails which are 100% verified, and you can send the emails without worrying about the bounce or spam or anything like that. Um, but yeah, the tools we have all things built in house, like all the email verifier and finders are built in house. If you want to compare, you can compare with all the other tools. We have very good like accuracy with our in-house tools. So we use our own inbuilt tools for finding and verifying emails.
Is there a risk extracting data from LinkedIn?
Uh, I would say like there is not that risk, but yeah, as long as like you are under the limits and you are not doing something very rigorously on LinkedIn or like abusing the platform, which is not good. So how we do it? We have, let's say like for LinkedIn, it allows like X activity, so we kind of like half that limit. So you, if something is like you can do 10 times on LinkedIn, we only keep that half, which is like 5 on our platform. So you will never reach the actual limit of any platform using TexAu. So your account will be totally safe, and we always like we have strict limits. Though we allow like changing the limit, but we recommend that people to use the limit that we have assigned for each automation.
All
Okay,
right,
so it's very safe, and you cannot abuse the platform using our tool.
sweet. All right, so Sumolings, if you have questions, go ahead. If you've been putting them in the chat, please move them to the Q&A box so I make sure that I get to them. That's where I'm grabbing these questions from. All right, can TexAu use Sales Navigator filters to search prospects' leads?
Yeah, so if you see, like we have a lot of sales navigator automations as well. Let me just show you that quickly. So let's go back to TexAu and type sales, select LinkedIn as a platform, and you can see we have around 9 automations for Sales Navigator, which includes like list, account, saved list, save accounts, converting the Sales Navigator URL into normal one, from normal to Sales Navigator, sending a Sales Navigator connection request, converting some URLs, lead search, scraping Sales Navigator profiles, right? So I think like this is something I think like this is what you need. So we have a lot of automations for Sales Navigator, and you can go ahead and run all the automations. I think like we have almost everything for Sales Navigator that you need. If something is missing, just let me know. We will get that ready.
Awesome. Can we get phone numbers as well?
phone numbers phone numbers, as long as people have made that phone number visible. Let's say like if you have a profile and you have added the phone number, there is a setting on LinkedIn which says that, hey, do you want people to find LinkedIn, or do you want to see, let people see your phone number, your first degree connections or secondary connections. And if those people have not changed that setting, then you will get the phone numbers. If they have made that number as like private, then you will not see that. And TexAu can only extract the data that you can see. We cannot like extract anything which is hidden, since like we are not a, like a black hat tool. So we can only extract the data that you are able to see on any platform.
Awesome. All right. Email enrichment. Can I simply use another LTD service for finding the lead's email? How would I connect that external service?
Yeah, so I think like if you just see our platform, we have so many email management of like integrations. For example, like in the past, we have Drop Contact, the checker which was on AppSumo, TrueMail had an LTD, Verify B had an LTD, ClearOut had an LTD, right? Snovio was there. So we integrate with a lot of email checkers which had like LTD in the past. So you can use any of this, whatever you have. Again, if something is missing, just let us know. We will release that. But yeah, you can use any email verifier that you have. You don't need to like really use TexAu verifier or email enrichment credits. We have a lot of integrations. You can use that to find and verify emails. And how to do that? Let's say you can create a recipe, and I will add that maybe like let's say you have an email, okay. Um you have some domains and you extracted some emails from those domains, and then you want to verify that email address. Just click on this plus button, and then you can click on any of this, maybe like Hunter email verifier, Snowview, or TrueMail, or Verify B, or Clear Out. Click on Clear Out, and then click on Verify Email. It will ask you to add the API key that you will get from your account on ClearOut. And in the email, just mention like map the email that you will get from the previous step, right? And that's it. Now you will get the emails, and those will be verified automatically using ClearOut. Okay.
Awesome. Thank you. All right. In your website under use case, you've mentioned agency or B2B, but how about individual business owners?
Yeah, that's a good question. As I mentioned, if you are an individual business and maybe like you are selling courses, or maybe you are finding finance-based projects on Upwork, or maybe Craigslist, or maybe like Amazon, somewhere you are finding projects, right? So what you can do, um, just let me know like what you need. I'll get that use case ready for you as well. And I think like once we have Upwork, WooCommerce, all the e-commerce based automations live, then I think like the lot of people, individual freelancers and contractors will be also able to like use our platform. Even for like finding jobs, we are working on Zing automation, which is like LinkedIn of like Germany, right? They have a Zing which is there, right? We have one more platform for in France that people use for finding jobs. For example, if you're a developer and if you're a freelance contractor, then there is a website called freelancermap.de, which is very big in Germany. So we are working on these automations for freelancing based communities as well. And I think like in the upcoming months, you will see a lot of such integrations that you will find useful. Just get the data of like whatever job you want to do, or whatever you want to find, and then try to contact them. We will get the emails, we will get the company details for you, right? So I think like for individuals, I think like I don't think that we have a lot of use cases on our website, but we can definitely build a lot of custom automations for you down the line as we progress.
Awesome. All right. Um, can we have the unused daily email credits be used the next month?
Yeah, so right now, no, the daily limits expire, but don't worry about this part. We are going to convert very soon our daily limit as like monthly limit. So basically, you can use our email enrichment credits in one go, or you can keep that and use at the end of the month, right? So your credits won't expire daily. Right now, it is happening since we haven't rolled out that yet. So once that change will be live, then your monthly credit will be stored for you at the end of this month, end of the month as well, and you can use in one shot all at once, or you can use every day as per your need. Okay, so we will roll out that change like in 1 or 2 months.
Sweet. Can you talk about what's possible with scraping Facebook pixels? Can you track cookies that have been installed by competitors or else?
Such a good question. Facebook pixels, definitely. Yeah, let's talk about pixels. Let's say you have a marketing agency, or let's say you have something you provide like UI, UX, or marketing services or sales services. The basic idea about pixels is that if someone has not added their pixel on the website, it means that maybe that person is not really active on social media, or maybe that company is not really focusing on getting some traffic, ads, or Google Analytics, or anything like that, right? Since if I'm as a business owner or if I'm as a SaaS app owner, if I'm not adding my pixels, that means that I'm really not worried about the metrics, right? Which is something which I'm lacking. So if you're a marketing agency, what you can do, get the domains and see what pixels are present on the website. Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter, whatever you we have, even GTM parameters, we can pull that and give you the list. If a website has not those pixels, then maybe they are a very good lead source that you should reach out to them and talk about, hey, I see that you are not really focusing on Google Analytics or any metrics or the website presence on the web. I think which is very important at in today's age, and I think we can help, and this is what we do, right? So it's a very good strategy for businesses to check what pixels are present and get try to convert them, try to offer your services.
Awesome.
For the ads, someone just mentioned that for the ads, we have ad library scraper. What it does, it takes the ads library URL. Let's say you go to like Facebook ads, and then you mention that, hey, you want to check what someone is like, what ads are running, right? Just give me a moment. Ads library, Facebook, and let's mention that maybe like add category all ads and type Apple, for example, or maybe like I was just searching, let's say AppSumo, for example, right? We'll see AppSumo, and let's see what ads they are running. Why this is not showing me? Something seems off. But yeah, on this page we can see the ads that companies are running. I think, yeah. So it seems like Facebook is down at this moment. The ad library is down. Yeah, so what you can do, using this page, you can see what ads any company is running. For example, maybe like your competitor is running some ad on some specific thing. You can come to this page and see what ads they are running and plan your strategies, like, okay, this person is talking about like courses, and these are the courses that he's trying to sell. Maybe like I can change my strategy and prepare something around this and run my own ads as well, right? So we have ad scraper, and you can schedule that to always like pull the new ads that any company is running and check what their text and description or images that they are using and plan your strategies. So we have ads based automation as well.
Awesome. Thank you. If the tool fails to find an email for a lead, would it still deduct a credit for the same?
No, we don't like deduct the credit. If we will only deduct the credit when we can find the emails. So if you're not able to find emails, the credits will not be used. It will be there.
Awesome. Can you show an example of, let's say, buyers of all DIY shops in London?
uh, Buyers of all DIY shops in.
Mhm. In
Can you repeat the question?
Yeah, an example of buyers of all DIY shops in London.
Can you show a concrete example to get, let's say, buyers of all DIY shops in London? Uh, that's a very, very good and very tricky question. Let me just give it a thought. Where can we see all the buyers? That is something that is like popping in my head. Um, all the DIY shops. I think like what you can do, you can use Google Maps listing, and let me just see if I can try to find something. So we'll go to maps.google.com, and type DIY shops in London, and I think, yeah. So we got like all the DIY based stores. Now the question was like how to find the buyers, right? So I think for the buyers, what I would recommend, you cannot find the buyers directly, since it's a very tricky thing, right? Like if I need to buy some DIY something, I mean, like how do I find the, how will you guess the intent that, okay, I need to get something, right? It's very tricky. What I would recommend is that join some Facebook groups, check the people who are following Instagram accounts of different DIY stores in London, And what we can do, we can extract the followers of those people. Let's say like if I'm following any Instagram account which is all about DIY, that means that maybe like at some point I will buy something for my own DIY stuff, right? So maybe just pull all the followers from Instagram, pull all the followers from different Facebook groups which talks about DIY, and try to contact them. I think this is a very good strategy that you can implement, and make a list of like all the Instagram accounts of different DIY stores in London. Try to get the followers, and once you get the followers, try to like engage with them using the our follow and follow method that I just showed you, right? And that way you will be able to see that okay, this person is interested in DIY stuff, and I can try to sell that person.
Awesome. Thank you. Um, if we start a recipe that takes hours over our daily limit, does TexAu continue to process it every day for the allotted minutes?
Right. Yes. So if something is running and let's say like you have 1 hour and that automation is running continuously and 1 hour is like exhausted, and it like the time limit is gone. What you can do, you don't have to do anything basically. It will run on its own next day. So whenever like based on your local time zone, we always reset the time. So let's say if you are in UK or if you are in PT time or PST time, we will reset the time at 12 o'clock, and you can schedule that recipe to run, let's say like 8 p.m. or 8 a.m. every morning. And then at 8 a.m. it will start running on its own and process it. So you don't have to like, there is no delay involvement. Set up the recipe, set up the schedule, and keep it running.
Awesome. What other LinkedIn drip sequences do we have besides connection, message, request, follow-ups? I feel like you answered this one.
Yeah, so ideally, like when you just think of like Trinity Drip campaigns, it is all about sending connection requests and follow-ups, right? Because uh, what will happen is that like when you say drip campaigns, it's just like something that you keep on sending unless you get, yeah, until you get a response, right? So I think like apart from like drip campaigns, I don't think there's some anywhere we can implement the drip campaigns. One thing that you can implement is that you can extract the commenters and try to contact them through drip campaigns that hey, you like this post and I want to reach out to you and talk about AppSumo, like as you like this TexAu Ltd, right? So you can mention that, you can say that you can set up a series of drip campaigns based on someone's engagement on a post or on a video or anything like that. So even apart from like connection requests and messages, you can use our drip campaign feature to engage with people who are like commenting or liking any post on LinkedIn.
Awesome. All right, Sumo Lings, we are coming to the end of our questions here. If you have any more, drop them in the Q&A box now. We've got a few more I'm going to ask you. What is the difference between the $4.99 USD desktop app and a Plan 3, for example? It says that desktop app is included.
Yeah, so in case if you want to unlock unlimited time on TexAu desktop app, we have one-time fee for only for LTD community. So if you want to unlock the unlimited time on TexAu desktop app, we charge flat 499 for that. Previously, people have paid 1,999 for enabling desktop unlimited with all the features. So you are getting a very good deal on this as well. If you just need to have at least like two codes, and if you want to unlock unlimited time with all the features will be same as your codes. But if you just only want to ignore the time part, you want to unlock the unlimited time, you can use our one-time 499 fee, and we will remove the clock from your desktop app. So you can run unlimited automations on TexAu desktop without worrying about the time.
Awesome. All right. Is it possible to extract followers of a Facebook group and target them with a Facebook campaign?
No, it's not possible to target any Facebook profile directly. So Facebook will always check that whether that person has communicated ever with your page or not, and you can only show ad or only show ad that person in your custom audience if and only if that person has communicated with your page, then, right? So even if you extract all the members, but since those people have not communicated with your page or not interacted with your content, they are not going to see the ads. What will be the good strategy? We are rolling out a new automation called invite people to like your page. You can extract the members from any group and then invite them to like your page. and if they like, or if they even come on your page and like some post, or just click somewhere, they will be kind of like a, there will be some interaction with your page, right? So they should get see the ads then. So unless and until you have not communicated with the person from your page, you cannot show them your ads.
Cool. All right. All right. So a couple final questions. First, if Sumolings want to get in touch with you, if they have any more questions that did not get answered today, how do they reach out?
Yeah, so let me just show you that quickly. We have our chat widget on our website, inside our app. So if you go to like our app, which is app.texaw.com, you can see this intercom button. You can drop the chat anywhere. You can drop the message here. If you want to send us an email, our email address is support@texaw.app or support@texaw.com, right? So you can use any of this email address to send us emails, or you can use our chat widget, which is like the fastest way to communicate with us. Just drop us a message, and we will get back to you in 5 to 6 hours during working hours. Okay.
All right. And last question, can you show us one more time, if they have integration requests, can you show them where to send them?
Yeah, I'll just drop in the chat where you can like add the request.
Awesome. All right, Sumolings, if you have not already, you can go ahead and redeem your codes on AppSumo right now. This is starting at $79 for a lifetime deal. And of course, it is backed by AppSumo's 60-day guarantee. So go ahead, get set up, play around with it, and see how it works for you. Once you have done that, we would love to read your reviews on the deal page. Of course, this does have a 5 taco rating, so go ahead and rave about it with everybody else. And if you have any more questions, you can reach out to their support. You can also leave your questions on the deal page. Thank you so much, Vicky. It's been a pleasure having you. I hope you have a good one.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you everyone for joining this webinar. I hope you enjoyed it. If you have any questions, make sure to reach out to me, or drop your questions on AppSumo page, or reach out to us to support or chat widget. I'll be there answering all the questions. Someone asked about Send and Blue integration. We will definitely have that coming in the down the line. We will release that. Yeah, so all good. Thank you so much for having me. Thank you so much for inviting me. Thank you
Yeah,
so much for everyone to joining this call.
it's been a pleasure. Thank you. Have a good one.
Bye. 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 Bye.